IAA, the International Jugglers Association convention, um, uh, you might have like 100 jugglers who do five. So the point is that accounting for everything, it's like 8,000 is actually like saying that there's a lot of five ball jugglers out there that like are kind of like on their own, don't go to conventions and stuff, and so that's a possibility. But back to where we are now, it's kind of like, oh man, it's like in some ways seven has taken the mantle of where five balls was. In a way, the five balls is still great, and you are now like you get this like stamp. It's like, oh, I'm five balls, and it's just good for you as a juggler. Like, it's all internal anyway. And of course, there's not everyone is like built or made to juggle five balls. Maybe you're meant to do cigar boxes or poi or something. So, and I've gone after skills and props that I like was wound up not pursuing or was not good at, or it just didn't like flourish too much with me. So that happens from time to time, and so it's not like you have to do five balls. It's pretty clear that five balls is a thing. It's a goal. People want to get to it. If you're a three ball juggler, you go to four balls. It's like, well, what's next? As you know, the public doesn't want to see it, but as the juggler's like, yeah, maybe I could do five. Maybe it's possible. Maybe I could, get that. Especially nowadays with YouTube and being able to see patterns and juggling on the internet. So yeah, these are all been game changers. But the point is basically that in the year 2000, you do five balls. It's like, dang, like yeah, like you're a capital J juggler. And in 2025, and even back in 2018, it's like you could do five balls. It's like, dang, you're a capital J juggler. But like now you got a whole bunch of people who are starting to do seven balls, and can do it, and they're performing it, and sort of like this sort of like next generation of like upping the ante. And then the other thing is that when you look at the skills in general, not just moving from five to seven balls in that way, but across different props, new patterns, different videos, a whole bunch of things. Like it's just been this really amazing increase of talent in the last, So I'm just saying like here around 10 years. So that's just been really exciting. And at the same time, you have the flow arts coming in and really sort of challenging the juggling community, but also like adding to it because the juggling community had poi before, it had club swinging before. These were things that you could buy in one of the main juggling catalogs from Brian Dubay in New York City, who'd been selling equipment through mail order since like the late 70s actually. So so these were sort of known things, but they've sort of come into their own. On top of that, you have all the LED, and you have like the fire burner community. There's all these communities that are starting to like find each other and sort of like find their own people and develop and build, and they're all kind of like overlapping, and making like new connections and stuff. Even slackline. I'm looking at these trees over here, and we're calling all the slackline that goes on, and hammocking, and there's all of this stuff that people like want to do, and it's great. Like bring out your stuff, and like that's a whole other thing. Like, I haven't really been mentioning slackline at all. I think this is the first time after all of these videos that I've been like even mentioned slackline. But slack is like a whole nother thing, and hopefully maybe it just by the nature of being in parks and stuff, people can say, oh yeah, look at those trees, I want to go set that up. So but yeah, that's just a whole nother community that is connected, but it's also it has its own built-in thing. But there tends to be, if you're slackline walker, good chance you might be juggling too, stuff like that. So yeah, all of this is kind of like developing. I mean, kites, sort of. Yeah, I'll get to, I've been meaning to do that, is like make a video that basically goes through as many props and communities and things that I'm talking about, to be more specific, when I'm talking about these skill spaces, flow spaces, and stuff, like what's possible, what people are doing. And just for the record, like, I know I'm like out here a lot of this time. I'm like walking around. I'm not with anyone. There's no one around. Someone could be like, "What the heck is going on? This guy's constantly talking about like we're doing this and this," and it's like, for those who know, they know. But for anyone else, it's kind of like, I like being out here and kind of discovering things like on my own. That's one thing. But the other thing is that there definitely are meetups been happening all over the country, and with whatever kind of frequency and regularity. Some of them more than others, and yeah, I mean that's not what that's not what these videos are about. We might get to the point where we go to some clubs and stuff and like do a little interaction there, but this is not so much about established clubs. What this is about is bringing some of this knowledge to these spaces, so that someone in Gage's Lake here, in Warren Township in Lake County, Illinois, that someone might watch this video and be like, oh yeah, I saw that park, yeah, like, and maybe somehow they see this and they're like, oh, maybe it gets them to come out and have lunch at the mini band shell, or like do softball. I don't know, but they also may want to explore the skate park, or get interested in something related to the skill space, skill toys, and juggling and flow and stuff. So it's really it's really more for that local level, other than this sort of like when I go off on some this huge tangents, and just do some, I guess I kind of call this like housekeeping, and just like kind of checking in and seeing like what this is about and where things are with this. So yeah, I don't know, I mean, I'm just enjoying this like beautiful day, and this park, and man, it's really nice. It was overcast and kind of cloudy, and even some rain today, and kind of cleared up. I got some full-on sun, and yeah, it's a little humid, and I was listening to WXRT on the radio, and they were talking about, they're like, this is swimming weather, and I was like, I guess so. I guess so. I don't know really what that means, but I haven't gone swimming yet, but it is a really nice day. So that's beautiful. All right, till the next video. See you then.